communicating. I was in PEI last week, and my brother texted me and said, "Hey, we're bored in Connecticut. We're going to come to your place early in Toronto." Now, I had just moved, right? The kids went to PEI ahead of me, and then I moved us, and then I was going to follow them to PEI on the 4th. But of course, Porter canceled my flight, didn't tell me. So I got there on the 5th. And then my brother was like, "We're going to be at your place on the 6th." My kids have never seen their new home. And so my brother's family moved in.
To
We
your
just,
house before you're there.
before we were even there, which is fine. But I texted and I didn't pick up the phone. And so he was trying to figure out the systems of the house. Anyways, he inadvertently locked the cat out of where its litter box lives. So she decided that Heart's room would be where she would shit and piss for 4 days. And that's what I came home to. All because I was on vacation mode. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. I
Yeah.
was like, pick up the fucking phone. Text is not a replacement for
I
talking to someone.
I'm glad you're bringing up this text
Ah,
message thing because I actually find the texting, and I was guilty of it this morning. I actually find the texting more. First of all, the ding, the beep, and how short the text message can be. You know
yeah.
what? I think it actually is easier just to agree with perhaps certain people in your life, business partners, close friends, your wife, your partner. We're gonna talk this out as opposed to text this out
Yeah.
because you can convey a bunch more information way
Yeah.
better.
And if there's dates or instructions, then write those out in a text after the phone call.
That's right. Or if there's some important thing that they need to remember, yeah,
Yeah.
send that. Exactly.
But for God's sake, like, I couldn't even blame my brother,
Because you didn't I know, right? Because you
because I did.
answered the
Because I
text,
was
but
like,
not
oh,
the
I
phone
gave
call.
them the door codes. I just thought, they'll figure everything out. It was a disaster in here.
Oh my god. So
I
how
came
much poop
home
and
at
piss was there?
8 o'clock at night and I just started cleaning. Welcome back from your shortened vacation thanks to Porter Airlines, which I thought was infallible. I thought, oh, Porter, here it is. Here's the answer to Flair. You know?
Right.
No. I mean, they're still 100 times better than Flair, but
I've never flown Porter. I was going to fly Porter, canceled Porter. They gave me credit. They all seemed really, first of all, I was able, when I spoke to them, I was able to understand the conversation, which was really
racist,
important to me.
but okay.
Well, no, I'm just being honest. I'm
Yeah.
just like, I
You're
couldn't,
an
sometimes when I
honest
talk to certain,
racist.
just saying, sometimes when I talk to some people, I can't understand what they're saying.
Yeah.
And this person was, and I also asked a few specific questions, and they had the answers like right away. You know,
Oh,
sometimes when you
that's
ask,
good.
sometimes
Yeah.
when you ask, they're like, "Oh, can I put you on hold for a sec?"
Yeah.
And then
They're
you
Googling.
somehow you hear their keyboard.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm looking forward to a Porter flight. Speaking of flights,
Hmm.
I wish I could flown to Silverstone to watch that race because that was a spectacular race.
I
I
didn't
think.
watch it. I was fishing,
Did you
but
watch it later?
no,
You idiot!
I know. I have
You
to
have
watch it. I
you
listen to a
have to
lot of
watch.
podcasts about it. But
You have.
everybody's talked about it already. There's nothing left to talk about.
It doesn't matter. We still have to talk about. I need to get it out.
Go on, get it out.
Oscar. I'm a Lando fan. I'm also an Oscar fan. The truth is they're probably equal fan, but for some reason, I might like lean towards Lando because I think
He's the
that
underdog.
I just think that Oscar's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
I think Oscar's fine.
Also, he's Australian. He's
Yeah,
not very Australian, but he's a bit
yeah.
Australian. So I just don't like that as a rule. And Lando's kind of the underdog.
So you're the racist.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
But who the fuck doesn't love Nico?
I know, right? I mean, well, I can tell you a reason why I don't like Nico.
Yeah. Hot
His
take.
his love affair with Max Verstappen.
Oh,
Oh,
keep
yeah,
talking.
I just read this article about, like, how he thinks Max is so great and all this sort of stuff, and I'm like, I There's just too much evidence to support that Max is whatever Max is, and we're not gonna get into another Max tirade because we do it all the time. So that's it. It's
He's
like
just a whiner. He's just a dick. You can say that to Max Verstappen. That's what
Mhm,
no one understands.
mhm.
Max is the kind of dick where you go, "You're kind of a dick," and he'd be like, "Yeah, exactly."
Yeah, you're right, actually, and that actually there's a lot of respect for that. But that's one thing about Nico Hulkenberg. This is why you have to watch the race because I'm like, you're like willing on third place, like you're willing Nico to get it. Like it was
I
impressive.
know. I wanted to. I tried, but I moved my whole house. Then I went to PEI, and all the while doing this fucking masters. I get up at 5 a.m. before anyone else and start writing this 2,500 word paper that I have yet to submit.
Oh my God, JB, you're working.
Yeah,
We're all
man.
working. So, who would have thought
At
that
this
maybe?
age,
I know.
we should have thought because what we were going to be actors, and then it would get easier as we got older and uglier and dumber. Well, we should have known this was to happen. I don't know what you're going to do when you're in your 70s and you still
Well,
have to earn money.
this is why I'm moving. I told you I'm moving to Italy because I think that with the right math, we'll be okay. We won't need as much money. And the other plan is, which I need to initiate, is I need to formulate my stand-up solo act, music comedy act, get that solid, figure out how to tape it. And then what I'll do is I'll do cruise ships in the Mediterranean for all the stupid Brits.
With attitude, they'll be throwing money at you.
Yeah, right. So I'll
What are
just
you
go to
going to do? You're going to do stand up on cruise ships
yeah,
in your 60s,
70s. Yeah, old people
70s.
like old people.
No, you're right. An old neighbor of mine, Simon, in Roncesvalles, that's what he did until COVID kind of fucked that up. But that's what he did. It took him a few years. He'd been doing stand up for a long time, but he really focused on cruise ships so he could make that money, and so he didn't have to be a road comic anymore in clubs.
Right. And if we get there sooner than later, I will just do tours in Ireland, Scotland, and England and Wales
Yeah. Now, so
and the Netherlands.
that's a big good for you. You're going to throw them a bone too,
Yeah.
hey?
Yeah.
Once that reminds me, when I was in university, I had night jobs, cleaning. So I would it was pretty exciting. I was in a play at Theater Junction, and then I would finish at 10, and then I go and clean offices. And one of the places I cleaned was a daycare. And there was this framed art, like somebody had written a story, and it was a parent of a child with Down syndrome, and they were describing how when you're pregnant, it's like you're preparing for a trip to Italy and how exciting it's going to be. But then when you get a kid with Down syndrome, it's like your plane was diverted to the Netherlands.
No.
Yeah. And that it's
Wow.
still a great place to go. It's just different.
Wow, what a review.
That was 1994.
How do you remember that? I mean, I guess that's a
Because I
pretty
read it night after night, and I was just like, "Huh." I wasn't sure. I didn't think that wasn't I'm pretty sure at that time I really liked that sentiment. I thought, "Oh, that's an original thought." But looking back, that's just heinous.
Well, let's talk about original thoughts by those stewards on Oscar Piastri. I don't quite understand how that penalty came. We
Let's
don't have
talk.
to go into it too deeply
Let's
because
talk
yes, people
about these
talk about it,
10 points. No, 10 seconds. No.
right?
What is it?
But
10 seconds?
it
Yeah.
was a 10-second penalty, and if you think like you compare that to when Max drove
Into
George
George
Russell,
Russell
you're like, this is dumb. So then I was like, I did a little bit of research about
and
like how the
Colapinto
yeah, yeah,
also got 10 seconds
yeah.
for inadvertently running Oscar off the track.
Yeah. So I think it's like if you hit a car, the the penalty's bigger.
If you hit a car in your max, though,
Yeah.
the rules are different.
Yeah. But
Because
so
he's
like
such a great guy.
it's such a strange, like they don't have very many options, I guess. They have limited penalties that they can deliver. So I'm like, just have a few more penalties. Look at the NHL. Look at football. They have like 100.
Yeah. Peter Windsor was complaining about the penalties, how finite the penalties are, but how vague the rules are.
Right.
So there's a gap in between, like, the rules are up for interpretation, but the seconds aren't. And the fact that there are barely any black flags ever handed out.
Yeah.
In fact, there's way less punishment than there are rules already. So
Right.
if they're not going to enforce, then I don't know what's the point. The other thing is that the 10-second thing was never a thing until Max set a precedent. Somehow Max, in his power, he set this legal precedent where
How did he set the 10 seconds?
because that's what he got. So he was underpunished, and now it's like the stewards just have 10 seconds in their head. You know what I mean? Everything since Max. What race was that when he hit George?
Spain.
Ever since then, it's just been like, oh, all we've got is 10 seconds.
It blows my mind. You have, a giant organization. Well, you have two. You have obviously F1 who owns it, Liberty or whatever. Chasing Liberty Media. And then you have the FIA, right? And these are like, there's smart people in there.
I think there's too many, though.
Right.
The governing body and F1. Is F1 separate from Liberty Media?
Yeah, it's Liberty Media owns the rights to F1.
And the Italian guy? Who's in charge of the
Stefano
that guy. He's in charge of F1. Does that mean he's in charge of Liberty Media too?
No, because Liberty Media is a bigger organization that owns multiple,
including Ticketmaster. The biggest cunts on earth. And I don't use that word lightly.
You're lying.
No, I'm not. Disgusting, right? I mean, just soul destroying Ticketmaster and Live Nation.
Well, they're the same. They
yeah. Well,
that really hurts because I like F1 a lot, and I was like, "Oh, this is great. Liberty Media is coming in. They're going to make it more popular," which they did. But they also own Ticketmaster, which just destroys everything they've done. Ticketmaster and / Live Nation. How can they be allowed to exist under?
I know, right?
It's completely unfair.
The antitrust rules don't apply sometimes.
I just don't get it. Like, also, it's like what if? I mean, it's impossible. Like, let's just take the Oasis tour. If everyone just said, you know what, we're not buying any tickets through Ticketmaster. If everyone did it, the music industry's dead.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it takes. But then everybody has jobs, day jobs. So who's going to organize that? How much did you pay for an Oasis ticket?
I bought 4 GA down on the ground. We're going to have to get there early. I don't know how we're going to figure this out, but we got to get there because I need to get near the front. 1,200 after, like, all in, basically.
Yeah. And who are you going with?
Christina's coming. I've asked her kindly to just accept what it's going to be like, because it's going to be a big day. And, sometimes she can be like, I'm out of here. But I'm going to keep the I'm out of here attitude.
Now, why do you want her to come if she doesn't really want to go?
Well, because I go to a lot of things. I went to Bruce Springsteen.
Oh,
I'm not a Bruce fan. I've gone twice. Okay. I went to U2. I'm not a huge fan of U2.
Yeah.
We went together and we experienced. So it's like Oasis is a mega band for me. I love their music. It was a great, like, that era for me was amazing.
Yeah.
And I like how they perform. I like that, I kind of enjoy just everything about what they're like. The fact that they hated each other, the fact that they were so arrogant. It was so much fun. It's so great. They were rock stars. There aren't very many rock stars around.
No, you're right.
And I want her to be there for that. And Ben Pook is going to be there, and my
Oh,
buddy
great.
Tim Alford. So all people that we all
Ben
same
Pook is the doctor,
slash amazing lead guitarist.
lead guitarist of what?
He plays guitar.
Oh, but was he in a band with you?
Oh yeah, years ago, post Hastings.
Post Hastings. That was one of the best names.
Good name, right?
And then Tim, is that the guy that you wanted to kill?
No.
Wasn't
Who
there
did I
a
want to kill?
T-shirt? Wasn't there a T-shirt?
Oh yeah, I have a T-shirt called "I Hate Tim Alford."
I hate Tim Alford. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
How
just
come?
it's just fun we have with each other. Again, just no reason, just being stupid.
Oh,
So
that sounds good.
this is what I'm going to say about Oscar Piastri. I think that's actually going to motivate him. I think he's been delivered a spoonful of bad medicine, and everyone's saying, "Well, Lando might be. Well, look, he's on momentum." I
No.
think that has going to spur Lando.
No.
Actually, needs to come in and do very good in Belgium. I think, like if he out qualifies Oscar by 3/10 and wins the race, then I could say Lando's in a good position.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to. I think Oscar's going to dominate that race.
Well, the only reason Lando won Silverstone was because Oscar got penalized. So it's not momentum. There hasn't been any momentum on Lando's side all year. It's yet more wishful thinking.
You could say Austria. He dominated Austria.
And then did he win the next race?
No, because that was he did, but that was the Silverstone. So
that was Silverstone. Yeah.
The reason why Austria was
did he win before Austria?
Yeah, Monaco. He did well there.
Yeah, but did it go Monaco, Austria?
No,
he won both?
No, he hasn't won back-to-back until this.
Yeah, until he lucked into this one.
Yeah.
So this isn't momentum yet.
True. I mean, I'm not. I mean, to counterpoint that, just to be devil's advocate or Jesus's advocate. I don't know why it has to be devil's advocate. Why can't Jesus be
for you?
Like, right?
You got Jesus behind the wheel.
Yeah. So, is that despite the crash in Montreal, which was a bonehead move by Lando, a misjudgment, he was racing better in Montreal. He had a better race pace than Oscar. Yeah. Perhaps had he been a bit more patient, he probably would have got it done and passed him. Austria, he battled with Oscar. Oscar passed him and they battled back. That's great.
Really exciting.
Awesome. And then in Silverstone, he was close the whole time. Like the qualifying between Max, Oscar, and was like nothing. So I would say like Lando is racing well. And I think for him to say that he's actually got momentum would be for him to go into Belgium and do really well. But I think Oscar's going to be fired up. That's the first time I've seen him kind of upset and angry.
There's still that thing with Lando where he doesn't know how to turn adversity into like an additive part of the equation. Yeah. He still shits on himself. So you can, for sure, you can say, oh, his pace all year long, he's really showing some improvement. But does Lando see that? Lando doesn't see the good things.
Well, this is what I'm going to say. They changed the front suspension for Lando. So do you want a little technical talk that I learned from somebody else because I don't know much?
I would love that. You know more than me.
So I guess when they've designed these cars where so much of the aerodynamics is the ground effects, right? Like that creates a suction. But the problem is it gets so good that it sucks it too close.
Right.
So then in an ideal world, your car is always so high off the tarmac all the time. But when you go into a corner or when you brake, this goes up and down the how high, and that changes how good your ground effects is.
Right.
So changing your traction, how you're glued to the track.
Yeah.
So what was happening was they made I guess the suspension was stiff, super stiff. So Lando, like he said this from early on in the year, very beginning, he goes like, I don't have the front end. I don't have the feel. So Oscar apparently has been able to manage that, like understand that more. So that's why Andrea Stella was saying that he needs to make the car better for both the drivers for their different techniques that they need to have. So
Yeah.
Andrea Stella was saying that
He was like a Mamma Mia. I've got to make it better for my Orlando.
racist. If you say "Mamma Mia" in an Italian accent, that's racist. So
Racial.
So Rachel's great. She's so sweet.
I love her. Yeah, she's a good Jewish girl.
Yeah, she's great. She's always got great ideas.
Yeah.
So the adjustment to the suspension has now allowed Lando to get feedback. So he has more confidence in the car. And that would make a lot of sense as to why he was making some mistakes earlier on, was because he was pushing it, but he didn't get the feedback that he needed, right? And they introduced that in Montreal, that new suspension, or was it Spain? I can't remember. But since then, I feel like Lando has been more racy and has slightly had an edge of pace over Oscar, certainly in a race.
But it's still
So
not enough to make you or really anyone else think that he's going to beat Oscar.
there's something about Oscar where he's calm, right? Where he like, and he will be angry.
Do you ever think about that? You see Oscar and you go, "Well, why am I such a spaz in my little life? He can handle F1 racing. I can't handle." No.
No, I do. I'm literally thinking about like, why do I get so upset over
I
things
think that too. Like, I think so small sometimes.
Mhm.
I wonder, well, a captain of industry, is he getting worried about making his flight in the morning? Is that why I'm waking up every hour? Because I have a
Right.
9 a.m. flight. It's not even early.
You know
Why
what
am I getting worried about the state of the kitchen after my children bake cookies? They bake cookies, I should be folk, but instead I'm like, guys, this is a mess.
Yeah, well, you're just going, that's 20 minutes of my day cleaning up the kitchen.
It's true.
But here's something that someone needs to in the comment, no one's listening or watching, but like here's something that I would love a thing to learn. Maybe you'll learn it because you're going to become a smart cycle person. Um, when you get some information and then like whatever, it's not necessarily terrible, but you're like, oh, I got to deal with this, and then you start thinking about it,
Yeah.
and usually sometimes that happens at night.
Oh, yeah.
What I want is, yes, I've received this information, which requires me to have some thought and think about it. Instead of me thinking about it while my head is on my pillow at 11:45 p.m.,
Yeah.
when I know I got to get up at 7 a.m., is there something I can do to turn my brain off?
Ooh, what about this? What do you do before you go to bed? Like in the evening after dinner? Do you guys watch a show or go for a walk or
I usually work till 11.
right. So maybe, and this just off the top of my head, it's not something I do. Can we give ourselves 20 minutes within the work night to be like, I'm going to think about stuff. I'm going to think about it now instead of when my head hits the pillow.
Yeah, but it's weird how these thoughts or these things just like
I
weasel
don't,
their way into your brain at that point.
yeah. Yeah. But it's when everything's quiet. So can we not have quiet time earlier?
Yeah,
Just
maybe.
start, write it down, point form, just to get it out of your. I'm now getting this out of my head. I'm writing
Right.
it down. Now it's over there. I'm going to push it over there. Now I'm going to. Do you read before sleep, before bedtime?
Sometimes, but it's usually on a stupid phone, right?
Oh, yeah.
I think what I need to do with regards to that is I think for me, potentially, it's going to end up being like maybe writing. Because writing, like for stand up, is, like just get a notepad and a pen. It's a bit calming, or maybe playing
Mhm.
a little bit of guitar. That's always because
Oh, that's good.
even though guitars work in a way, but for me, actually, it's not work. It's more fun. Oh, I'm figuring this out.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what I got to do. I mean,
Yeah.
what does Oscar and Lando or Max or any of them do? Like, they've got a big race the next day, or like they
I think
must have
they're
some.
young. I think they just go to sleep, don't they?
But I bet you, because they all have sports psychologists and coaches. I bet you,
Yeah.
like this, they probably have a routine before they go to bed.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like we're going to meditate before you go to bed or something.
Speaking of F1 drive, can we talk about Red Bull and Christian Horner and all that?
100%. I do want to talk about it. I did want to say one other thing about Silverstone.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Um, did you notice that it was all the rookies that crashed out
No, I didn't.
because you didn't watch it?
I didn't.
Very, very telling. Now, it wasn't all the rookies' fault necessarily because, like, Antonelli got punted by Isaac Hadjar, and the conditions were very, very difficult. But Nico Hulkenberg, for like the last 6 races, has come from basically the last on the grid and
Hmm.
has, on average, made up 12 places for the last 5 races. That is why, yes, you want young people that are fast and brazen, but clearly his knowledge and experience of how a race is going to unfold and come to you is incredible. Like, I guess what I'm saying is if I'm Cadillac, I'm not hiring Mick Schumacher, which is the rumor. I'm
No,
hiring, and then they
they're
deny that they're
never
gonna
going to
hire.
hire Mick Schumacher.
Where did
They're
that come
never,
from?
because they don't need money, and that's why Valtteri is going to be in there.
They need that's just it. They hire Perez, hire Valtteri Bottas. I mean, some people have said Danny Rick. Danny Rick's down. Danny Rick wants a surfboard, a mountain bike, and a charcuterie plate with some fine wine.
Danny Ricks wants a stand-up career.
He's going to
Like
be a
you.
host of some Aussie show. Yeah,
Oh God.
you watch.
Um, uh, Nico has that racecraft that rookies don't. Is it purely the upgrades at Sauber that are making that team? Was that the missing pice? Have they
Well,
been great drivers the whole time?
well, it's a combination of all those things for sure. But I do think and it also is, I'm blanking on his name now. The guy who was with Red Bull and he's now the team principal of Sauber. Why am I blanking on his name?
Jonathan Wheatley.
There we go. He's got no. I'm going to work on his voice. He's got a really sweet,
Yes, he's a
positive,
very sweet man, isn't he?
right?
Is he Scottish?
No, I don't think so. I think he's
No,
English.
he's English.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's really, and the photos of him, he's always like,
yeah.
you know, he's
It's
like
like
a
he knows how
really
to work
nice,
the angle.
yeah, and he's got his little silver hair,
Mhm.
and yeah, he's a very pleasant, and I love a leader who doesn't come across as a giant alpha male. They're
Yes.
so confident in there
Mhm.
that they just make you come to them. I love that.
Oh, he's amazing, and I think he in combination with Nico Hulkenberg is a great combo because you got a person that's got lots of experience racing. You've got a person that's a very great race car driver, and then you get Jonathan Wheatley, who's been with Red Bull for all these years, understands pressure, and comes up. He was the main strategist, pit stop guy, managed all that,
Yeah.
and
Speaking of pit stops, I love how Wheatley's focus on pit stops has an outsized weight to it, like a galvanizing force. Because if you like listed off the most important factors for success in F1, fast pit stops would not be at the top.
Mhm.
At the top, it would be like the car, the driver,
Right,
upgrades, aero,
yeah,
strategy. And then down here near like 8 or 9 are fast pit stops. But Wheatley identified the psychological weight that comes with them. Because if your team has an opportunity at least once a race to like pat each other on the back and fist bump and congratulate each other because they just nailed something, it does so much to encourage, to
yeah. I think that's
unify, and to get everybody like, yeah, we're doing it.
Yeah, I think you're totally right, and that's what he did at Red Bull. Like, they were known for the most efficient pit stop
Hmm.
team, and they were doing records all the time, and I think you're right, because you don't like, fist bumping, big hugs, patting the backs, and high fives doesn't happen very often
No.
when you're sitting on the
Yeah.
or
You
in
get
the
the
garage.
more opportunity to celebrate. Speaking of celebrating, we should celebrate. It's 1 o'clock. We can't start drinking. How should
No.
we celebrate?
Uh,
Oh, last night there's this cocktail bar right near my new house. It's
yeah.
called Docks, and it's home of the $20 martini. And I know that's I
Pricing.
guess that's the way, but to me, it's just $20
Mhm.
plus tax and tip. 2 drinks is $50 or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a lot, but they have a happy hour, 5 to 7. Everything's $13. So me and my buddy Haji went there last night, sat outside in the sun. It was glorious.
I don't think you have time to go to happy hour.
You have time. If I have time,
No, I don't. You don't understand.
tell me then.
No, I'm not gonna tell you how much work I have to do. It's
Tell me
su
while I go get a glass of water.
Oh, hey, I'm not doing that. Am I left alone here? Great. I'll talk about what I wanna talk about, which is I'm gonna talk about a massive prediction. I think Cadillac is going to score multiple points in the 2026 season. I think that they're gonna come on board, and I think that they're gonna have, I'm gonna say it right now, 6 top 10 finishes. Not gonna make the podium, but they're gonna get at least 6, maybe 7 top 10 point scoring positions. You watch. I just made a prediction about Cadillac that you'll never know about.
Okay. Well,
Um,
go
you
ahead.
wanna talk about Christian Horner?
I want to talk about Horner because I've listened to 37 podcasts, emergency podcasts, about Horner being let go. Emergency. This is still, are we still talking about cars going round and round
Unbelievable, right?
with
Like,
grown children, with man children in
yeah,
them, and
yeah,
looking like this is important?
yeah,
Meanwhile,
toy cars. Yeah.
yeah. Meanwhile, we're in another Cold War.
Yeah,
The world's on fire.
yeah,
Fascism's on the rise, or
yeah, not for
has
long.
risen.
It's gonna go.
Do you have a prediction about fascism?
Yeah, I do.
Go ahead.
What's gonna happen is the pendulum, like everyone knows, will swing back the other way. And eventually, the pendulum's going to stop and we're going to land in a nice, moderate society. And we're going to get right to here. And everyone's going to be happy and we're going to be okay. Not all the time. There'll be problems there, but we're not going to have this extreme. This extreme pendulum stuff is going to slow down. It can't keep up because everyone knows and everyone recognizes that we have to have some order and we have to have some accountability. And
How long? 5 years, 10 years, 30?
as long as you know, like I keep reading about Russia and how they're on the verge of collapse financially. I don't know how true that is, but I've been read a few articles about it.
Yeah.
The same prediction is about the United States. Like they're like it's not going to work.
Yeah.
Like they're going to collapse like economically, and they're even saying the same thing about China.
Yeah.
And if everyone owns everybody's debt, right?
Well, China owns everybody's debt.
Well,
Not
no,
everybody.
Japan owns the most United States debt.
What? I thought it was
Yes.
China.
No. So if the US falls, then that means if your debt is now no good, or you have no, like, so Japan falls, China falls, it's all going to be like so I think what you're going to see is that, and we're all going to be hurting a little bit for probably a while, but you're going to see that that's going to create this we're never going to have a world order per se, but there's going to be some things like, okay, let's just agree that we can't make these polarizing, far-reaching demands anymore. We got to work together in order to have a balanced world economically. Because
I like it.
That's what I think is going to happen. And
I like
AOC, according to this one guy, is going to be the president of the United States because Donald Trump is so extreme with his behavior, right? That it just means that a bunch of people are going to be like, well, we want someone extreme this way.
So we're going to hire a former bartender. I like it.
It's going to be amazing.
Party time. So the overwhelming sense that I got from listening to emergency podcasts about Christian Horner being fired is the podcaster isn't surprised.
Right.
Isn't surprised that Horner got axed. All of a sudden, that we saw this coming from a long ways away, which I find a bit too convenient. Otherwise, there wouldn't be so many emergency podcasts about it. I think it was a surprise, and it made me think how little even people with information know about what really goes on behind closed doors in Formula One.
I
Nor-
love it.
normally you follow the money to get to the answer. So what's money saying about Horner being let go? What does it
I'll tell
mean to
you.
Red Bull's bottom line?
Here, I'll tell you. This is what I like. I have this theory. So quick, right away, I'll jump to my theory, which I've had for a while. Christian Horner in my head. I haven't really shared it, but Christian Horner, because I didn't think they would fire him yet. I were like, they're going to fire him for sure at some point but to fire him in the middle of the summer is weird. So the motivation for that probably is that Red Bull doesn't want Verstappen to go to Mercedes or whatever, right? Like they want to show it's going to be for you. Here's your cushion. What do you want to drink? Can I help? Can I help
Right.
you,
So it's
please?
either so he's saying either Horner goes or I go, and Red Bull blinked and said, "Don't worry, don't
Yeah,
just stay with us."
I think so. And there was also, I guess, organizational structure and power moves. This is why Formula One is so great because it's not just race cars; it's politically and like it's big business. It's
Yeah.
awesome. It's like Succession on wheels.
You know those verticals, those shows, the verticals?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Is
Yeah,
that what they're called? I don't know
yeah.
anything about them.
They're a new genre, but it's just the camera's vertical, 9 by 16. Yeah.
Well, should we do one called F1 or The Speculator, where we just make up stories about people because it's such a soap?
Oh, maybe that's an interesting idea.
Like, just change all the names and
Well,
identifying details, and then just have the behind the scenes of Christian Horner being fired.
I have some meetings with some people that produce verticals here in Vancouver, so I could come up with. We should come up with an F1 style pitch for them, maybe because
I think
F1's
we
huge over in
should.
China. Like they love it in Asia. Um, so here's what's going to happen: Christian Horner and Flavio Briatore are going to buy Alpine. That's what's going to happen,
Yeah.
and Christian Horner will finally own an F1 team.
Yeah.
And Flavio Briatore and Alpine and Christian have a relationship, and I
This
think
is I just want to go on the record as saying, Flavio, Christian, especially Christian, if you're listening, this is a terrible idea.
no,
You're going to lose your shirt. I know you're going to do it. You have to do it. It's your fate. But my God, you're for a world of hurt. The next 10 years are going to be such a nightmare. You're going to look back at Red Bull and go, that was a party. Dealing with Jos, being frenemies with Toto, that was a party compared to getting into bed with this absolute geriatric maniac I call Flavio.
You watch. Maybe Flavio doesn't own the team. Maybe whatever. But I guarantee you that's what's going to happen.
I don't know if Flavio, does he have the money? Does Christian? Christian does. He's got a
Well,
lot of wealth with
well,
Jerry,
apparently he's
right?
going to get 50 million pounds for just leaving.
Wouldn't you just go, I've done 20 years of this fucking traveling circus. I'm hanging out on my farm. I'm
I
hanging
would.
out with my kids. I would.
Yeah, I would. I think
But maybe
that's the
that's why
difference.
we're not successful.
It's totally why we're not successful.
Yeah.
We don't have. There's a certain point where it's like I could be doing more work, and at one point I'm like, no, I'm going to have a margarita.
I had a margarita last night.
God, I need
Forgot
one.
about those.
I haven't had one. I said it because I haven't had one in so long.
It was
Um,
so good.
so I think what's happening is, and this is I think. I think that Red Bull has made a big mistake. I think the organization has made a big mistake. I think that they are going to lose Verstappen inevitably at some point
Anyway,
because
feels
because
like it.
it's like firing Christian Horner doesn't suddenly make the car better.
No.
And okay, well
That
maybe you're
car
saying
is quickly turning into this albatross because they can't get it right for two people, and now they can't even get it right for Max.
that's right. And you know,
So what it does is that it plants this erroneous seed in your head where you're like, the grass is always greener. And so he's going to go somewhere. It's not going to be greener. It's going to be everything's hard. It's going to be hard over there too. And I'm pointing at I'm pointing at Aston Martin, aren't I?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, the other prediction I have, which is extremely bold because Max is such a good driver, is I think that he stays at Red Bull for 1 year,
Oh,
right?
he'll definitely do that.
Because it seems crazy to not wait to see which team is good or doing better.
Yeah.
Then he'll move to potentially Mercedes or Aston Martin, and I think that he'll go and he won't win a world championship. And he'll 3 years there, and he's angry, and then he'll go somewhere else or just retire. That's my prediction. I
Yeah.
think that he might not win a world championship again.
Yeah, that's a good prediction. Max Verstappen won't win another world championship because he's going to head to a losing team because he thinks he has no more options left at Red Bull.
Mhm.
What are the chances of Max and his dad starting their own team with Saudi money?
Never.
Why?
Because I don't think Max doesn't wanna be in F1 all the time.
Well, that's what he says, but he says he doesn't want to drive forever.
Right, okay, maybe, and maybe he also says this as a strategy. I don't care,
I'm going
I
to
don't
do
need
it
this.
because no one else knows how to do it, and I know how to do it best.
I wanna put you in Toto Wolff's shoes.
Those are
Wha
big shoes to fill.
Hey, Toto, you've got George Russell racing incredibly. You've got Kimi Antonelli, who is showing all the signs of being first of all, a fantastic driver with definitely potential to be a world champion. And I think it's clear that George does too. Um, why are you
I'll tell you
talking?
why. Because their power plant and upgrades aren't as good as everyone thinks they are. Everybody's positioning Mercedes to be the car to beat in 2026. Toto knows better. He's hedging his bets. That's what I think. I think he's like, yeah, okay, it could be really good in 2026, but certainly not in the first half.
So
Maybe
you
after the
think
summer break.
so there's 2 aspects to this. Either A, he's doing it because like, well, maybe I do need a driver like Max because he
Hmm.
can extract whatever he can out of whatever car.
Hmm.
But there's no guarantee in that because Max could go to Mercedes and that car is not in the world where he likes to drive. That exists. That happens all the time. And
That's
in
true
fact,
too.
that's super exciting to me because I'd love to see Max go to another team. And then turns out he can't race that car either because look at all these other drivers that have switched teams and have had a tough time. So maybe that's true for Max. And it would subscribe or support the theory that Max, the car has been designed around Max forever. Second, maybe he's doing it because he's like, well, I want to destabilize Red Bull. I don't want them. I just want to make their life be difficult. And I have no intention of not signing George and Kimi Antonelli. And this is just a way to destabilize a team that has been very successful over the years. Oh, I can't hear you. Oh, there you
How
are. I
about
hear you now.
now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
It just did it on its own. I'm thinking less and less that that's the strategy. I think Toto has Max colored glasses on right now. And I have a feeling he's getting pressure from how much does he own?
Well, I'm not sure, but he's up there. I mean, there's a board obviously that's going to say like this is what we have to do. I mean, that's what happened at Red Bull. The board, the powers, the people that were pro-Christian ended up having pro-Christian.
Are you pro Christian?
Good question. Um,
I'm an atheist.
they reduced they had less power and now there was more power for anti-Christian. So I mean now we're going to get views.
I
The
think
Christians
there's
are going to come
something
on.
else going on with Toto. It's too simple for him to be like, I'm just going to fuck with Red Bull by stringing Max along and stringing George along. I think there's something else going on, and it has to do with those inner machinations that we'll never ever know about. So we just have to speculate on our new vertical, F1, the soap opera.
You see, like the thing that like what's interesting too is like you could be like the board of Mercedes could be saying as a all right, everybody, how are we doing with our testing and development? Well, it's pretty good, but we don't really know how good everybody else is doing. So, yeah, let's get the best driver in F1 right now.
And let's
Um,
float. It's another strategy to float the intel out there that you're going to be the car to beat. Like, where did that
yeah.
come from?
Well, most of people, I believe most of that has come from the fact that when there was a major engine change, which was whatever it was, 2014 or 2012 or something, Mercedes was amazing right out of
Oh,
the gate. So people think that Mercedes is going to create a great engine. The problem is this year, and this is why Max isn't going to go anywhere this year. He's just not going to. He is going to be in a Red Bull in 2026 because they're
yeah,
changing the engine regulations and they're changing the aerodynamic regulations.
right.
So you might have a great engine, but your aero might be terrible. And you might have great aero and your engine. So fingers crossed, nobody nails it so that we have different teams and drivers winning races would be amazing. But history would suggest the team usually does a better job and they proceed to dominate again, which could be McLaren because McLaren clearly seems to have a great car aerodynamically. They have a great engine with Mercedes. And if Mercedes engine is good and they manage to develop, because they're going to start developing their car for next year now because they've won the world championship.
Yeah.
So like now that's great for them. So
They've
Red Bull
won.
would be doing the
Yeah,
same.
they've won both.
Yeah. So they're like,
So RB is going from a Honda engine to their own. Is that right? But they're still using parts
Ford.
from Honda, from
No,
Ford.
it's Ford.
So they're a works team, but they're using a Ford engine, or Ford components make up their own engine.
I think what happens is it's Red Bull. It's going to be a Red Bull engine, but they're working with Ford. So Ford and them have started a new company together, basically.
Right, I see. So, and Christian started that.
Yeah.
So now Christian's out, but Christian has all that intel. Like I'm wondering about when he was let go. You know, like there was no chance for him to grab a box of his belongings off of his desk as he was escorted out of the building. You know, I'm wondering if it was a phone call, was he at home? And then all of his laptop and his key cards would no longer work because he's got a whole bunch of secrets with him that he's going to take elsewhere. So if he does go to Alpine, they're switching to what power plant for 2026?
Mercedes. I know, it's crazy. Also, just a shout out to
So
Pierre
Christian's
Gasly
going to
again.
work with Toto Wolff?
Yeah, Pierre
At Alpine?
Gasly. Pierre Gasly, shout out. Give him a shout out. Say Pierre Gasly.
Pierre Gasly.
Good. Moving on.
So Christian's not going to Alpine if he has to work with Toto.
No, you're going to watch it. He's going to buy into Alpine.
Why would anybody want to get on a pirate ship called the SS Flavio Briatore?
It's going to happen. He's not going to go to Ferrari. The reason why he's not going to go to Ferrari is he's not going to get ownership at Ferrari. He wants ownership. And
also Fred Vasseur isn't going anywhere.
Yeah, I mean,
that hype is there. Fred Vasseur, they're not going to fire Fred Vasseur.
No.
There's no one else.
They did great last year.
They did
second in the
constructors.
Yes,
Yeah.
and then they're like, everyone just shut up.
Everybody just shut up and be more patient, for fuck's sake. Look who you've got for drivers. Look who you it takes way longer.
Yeah. I think here's the thing. Christian Horner, I'm not he was annoying. He's been annoying to listen to, but everyone is, including myself. He is going to come back into F1 and he is going to buy that team and he's going to create a group of people and he is going to turn it around. I guarantee it. It might take 5 or 6, 7 years, but he will do it because he wants to flip the bird to Red Bull and be like, you guys, see you later. Now, the thing about Christian Horner, which is not consistent with what's currently happening in Formula One, is a lot of the team principals are technical people, right, that are governed. But if you look at the teams that have done the best over the years, it's been Mercedes, which Toto Wolff's not a tech guy. Toto Wolff is a person who brings the people in and manages the people. McLaren, Zach Brown, I'm pretty sure he doesn't know how to use a calculator.
Well, he's the CEO, technically.
Right. But he's bringing in the people. Right. I think that's what's going to happen. Christian's going to be that figure who's going to bring in the person who's going to be the team principal. But
So
he's
where
going
does
to
Flavio go then? If they
well,
already have a chief engineer, Christian's
Flavio
going to
was
be the
never
team
supposed to be in his
principal.
position. Flavio was never supposed to be in that position.
So he's okay with giving it up.
Yeah, he's just there.
He'll
I think
return to be the consultant or the godfather or whatever.
Flavio just wants money.
He does.
Right.
For his nightclub chain called The Billionaire.
There's no. Is there really?
Yeah, he has nightclubs and restaurants, and the brand is called Billionaire.
So cheesy.
I mean, you can just smell the place from here, can't you? And he's opened them up all around the Arab world. I mean, he obviously knows what he's doing. People like garbage.
So that's what I think. Now, here's the thing that about the whole Red Bull saga. That's, I guess his speech was rather emotional, and he was truly shocked. So that's the
His
only.
speech? Where? At Red
He
Bull?
went back to Red Bull and wanted to, say goodbye to
Oh,
everybody.
so he was allowed to go back to say goodbye. So he was allowed access to his stuff, maybe.
Yeah, potentially. I mean, come on. Like he was there to just be like, and also there's been a few other people that have left that are going to leave Red Bull because he's gone. Like,
Yeah. What was his speech like? Did you read about it?
no, I just, when all the emergency news articles or YouTube clips went up, Sky F1 and a couple others were saying that they were surprised at how emotional it was. So
Was it Craig Williams? What did Craig Williams have to say? I was shocked by the news of Horner. God, he sounds like he's just about to gut a fish.
Yeah, it sounds like he shouldn't be an F1 commentator.
No, it sounds like he should be like on an Old Spice commercial.
He smells
right
good.
Before I bend you over, Effie, I'm gonna put on me Old Spice.
He's he seems out of anyway.
Man.
And then this is the other thing that like I'm fascinated about, like Red Bull. They fired a guy who made the team, like, because he was, he made the team, and people left for whatever, people could surmise that maybe it was that the texting and like, whatever, who knows what it was, and people left, undo their own thing. But here's just to put things into like perspective. Jonathan Wheatley, he'd been in that team for years. He was ready to go probably a while ago because he was hitting the ceiling. He was not going to replace Christian Horner.
Yeah.
So he left. So that's a normal logical
They could have
move.
promoted him though.
Yeah, but
it wasn't just team principal that was next. They could have promoted him somehow, given him more power, could have hung on to him more, but they took him for granted, don't you think?
Yeah, maybe. I also think like, and maybe that's Christian's fault, perhaps. I don't know. But like the point is like he wanted to run a team. Like that's what he wanted to do. Then you have, Adrian Newey. Let's take Adrian Newey for a second. Now, I don't like Adrian Newey. Seems like the type of guy where he's been the most important figure in F1 ever, basically. And he's never owned a team. He's never been a part of a team.
Till now.
He's never got a piece until now. So him leaving to go to Aston Martin, and which Lawrence Stroll offered him a piece, is totally the best way to get him to come over. So that seems like a logical leave. Like, you know what I mean? Like, makes sense to move on.
Yeah.
Right? It doesn't seem so. My point is if they think that Christian Horner should be let go because people were leaving and no one listened to him anymore, it's not that. It's the literal structure of the company of Red Bull Racing, that these people, and they wanted different things and they weren't going to be able to get it, so they left. Christian Horner was the person that was able to get Adrian Newey in the first place, and Jonathan. He was the one that put the team together. So that's why I think Red Bull is going to not ever. Oh, I shouldn't say not ever. I think Red Bull is not going to succeed for a long time.
For a decade. They're going into their doldrums.
Yeah. So why? So Max stays 1 year and leaves. So everything they've done to keep him is dead. They're not going to be able to do it.
Helmut's 107. Max doesn't want to race forever, and he's going to leave. Who else? Who else is there? Who else is going to? There's going to be there's going to 2026 is going to be interesting because personnel wise, their bench isn't as deep as it used to be. But we'll see about the upgrades. That could be interesting. But they've also got their own works thing happening, so that's gonna. Yeah, I see a sharp decline coming at RB.
Me too. I think
And
so.
they've been making some horrible decisions lately. Also, 2026 could be overshadowed by that appeals case with Horner and his former assistant or whoever the woman
Right,
is.
right.
That I wish I knew her name so you could just calling the woman doesn't seem right. But the victim, I don't know. That's going to be interesting because she's also threatened to. If she doesn't win the appeal, she'll take it to the employee standards or labor relations or whatever it's called in England. So she has recourse, even if the appeal case isn't the end of the road. So this could drag on throughout 2026.
So maybe Jos Verstappen was correct when he said Horner has to leave. The whole Red Bull team's going to blow up, and it has blown up. He was totally right.
Which is so
all this
funny
time.
because there's a guy who is familiar with the inside of a courthouse, and he's maybe he's like, look, I've been there. Okay,
Yeah, you're right.
We don't want more of this.
Yeah, it's like, guys, this is serious. Like, I mean, we got to get rid of Christian. I've been in those boots.
I've been accused of manslaughter, and it's not pretty.
It's really it's a tough to deal thing.
Takes a toll.
A lot of management.
I lost a lot of weight. I was drinking a lot.
I was eating my feelings.
I
would lose weight, gain weight, lose weight. Anyway, I mean, that said, maybe it was the greatest insight Jos had hence Red Bull firing Christian. Because I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that those cases were ongoing. I thought it was like whatever, done or something.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, they always lead with, according to an internal investigation at Red Bull, Christian Horner has been absolved of all guilt. But, I mean, an internal investigation, what's that worth? Yeah, not a lot.
No.
It's Dr. Helmut in charge of the investigation.
Yeah. I know. It's ridiculous.
Speaking of... at the end of our rope, it's 57 minutes we've been yammering. Do we want to wrap it up with some predictions and some hopings, or some apologies? Do we want to apologize?
I think we do some apologizing and mincing, no mincing, and some hopings. Absolutely.
Okay,
and predictions.
You go ahead.
Well, off the top of my head, let's start with hopings. Yeah. I'm hoping for a Lando win because I think it makes the championship more interesting, and it sort of sets up the second half of the season for like, where we're at. Mm-hmm. And I want it to be a good race, though. I don't want it to be like, I want them to pass each other. That's really what I want, which I thought Montreal was going to turn into, except Lando drove into the back of him.
Yeah.
So that's my hoping.
But there was good passing in the last race, wasn't there?
Oh, yeah, there was lots. It was great. But what I mean is I want to see McLaren and I want to see Lando pass Oscar pass Lando pass Oscar. Yeah. That's what I want to see. That's what my biggest hoping is.
I'm hoping that Lando doesn't win because he doesn't deserve it. Because he still hasn't done the work on the biggest muscle that we have right here.
Others would argue that. Others would say after Montreal, he made that error and it's over, and the pressure has been released from all that. Oh, well, they're going to hit or not hit.
What was the race after Montreal that he won?
Austria.
Yeah. Remember what he said in the car?
Oh, right.
That was good-ish. He still hasn't done the work. So also I want everyone who, as soon as there's one race, one win, are they turning the page? Is this a new chapter? We get so excited.
This is your no mints. This is your no mints. All these idiots.
This is my no mints.
Keep going. I love it.
Yeah. So I was just jumping on your hoping, and that I'm hoping that Lando doesn't win.
Because like my no mints is Planet F1, Sky TV, social media, whatever. Oh my God, you guys. Like Christian Horner
First
gets
of all,
fired.
Planet F1 is just AI generated clickbait. That
It
is
is.
the worst website ever.
It is terrible. You know what? And now that you said that, I'm not going to Planet F1 anymore.
Good for you. And they will feel that.
They're gonna
They
feel
will
the pain.
suffer.
But the amount of like Christian. Then there was this other thing. Total Wolf's plane or yacht has been seen floating around Sardinia, and then Max Verstappen's
They're
boat
meeting
is meeting in Sardinia. Like,
in Sardinia.
come
Have
on.
you checked out Sardinia? It's a blue zone. Should we
Yes.
live there?
Absolutely. The only reason why I'm tentative of that is I have to research how to get on and off of it easily. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, I'll check it out, but I'm not really into islands or island people.
Right. But it's beautiful. But I would think
Have you
being on
been there?
mainland, no, I just been researching
You've
it because
looked at it.
the thing about being on the Italian mainland, yeah, it's like, okay, like if you wanted, you could just get on a train and now takes 6 hours to get to Paris or something, right?
And unlike Canada, the trains actually work there, apparently. Thank you, Mussolini.
Yes, he did something. And here's my I did my hopings, I did my sort of mince, and then no, I did my no mince. We got to get better at this. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, practice makes perfect.
My mincing of this is, and this is out of the blue. Carlos.
Yeah, you
know
know,
what?
Carlos, we're working to develop the car. It's coming on, but not as fast as we would like.
My mince is I'm shocked that he still hasn't got to grips with this car. And I'm going to say it's just because it is tricky, because Lewis Hamilton is showing that it's not that easy just to hop into a car.
Alex, too. It's the car. It's the Williams car. Everybody wanted hopings. In the beginning of the year, everybody was like, oh, no, Williams is going to be great this year.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was just as soon as we get a taste of something, we want it to be the truth forever.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll tell you what, Sauber and their points haul in the last 4 or 5 races, thanks mostly to Nico, now they're they're right behind Williams.
I'd love to do a deep dive on their upgrades, because it seems like they've really quietly been able to figure it out for both drivers.
Mm-hmm. And guess who's their main guy? It's a technical leader. I'm blanking on his name right now. He used to be with Ferrari, right?
We're working with technical to make the car better.
Yeah, you sound like a weird AI robot.
It didn't sound like Carlos Sainz. I was going for Carlos again.
Yeah.
Can you do Carlos?
I have to hear him first. You know, it's important for us to, we're going to go fast here to do this.
No, he's got more of
more down here
in his here, like
here.
Yeah, he's got a big Adam. You've got a big Adam's apple.
Do I?
Well, not big, just manly. Perfect. It's just perfect. I don't have much of.
Here's an exciting prediction. Max gets into another car accident with somebody. That's another prediction. Because wouldn't it be great if Christian Horner gets fired and Max crashes into somebody and it's Verstappen's fault, and he would deny that it's his fault, but it's his fault. And it would just be like everything is blowing up.
What's the next race?
Belgium.
When's that?
Classic. It's not this weekend, obviously. It's next weekend. It's a great race. You have to watch it.
And do you think, has Max done well there before? He has, hasn't he? Yeah. I think Max is going to win the next one. I think you're going to get that bump. Who's going to be the new team principal at Red Bull? Or who is?
He's already cast. It's Laurent Mekies from Racing Bulls.
From Racing Bulls, yeah. I think there's going to be a Max, a revenge bump. I think he's going to win. He's going to win Belgium. Then it's going to be Oscar.
It's a good prediction.
And who else likes Belgium?
Well, it's a race. It's a, whether it rains or whether it's a dry track, it's a great track for really good racers. So I think there's a lot of high-speed corners, which I think benefits Oscar. But I think Oscar, Max, and Lando all have a great chance of winning it. But I also could see good old Mercedes and George Russell doing very well. The temperatures are likely to be cooler, which is good for Mercedes tires. And George is showing that he'll throw together an amazing lap and qualify third. And now he's part of the race. I think this is a hard one to predict a winner.
I also want, if there's going to be inclement weather, I also want Esty to do well. I want him to get in the top 5. Come on, Esty. We need some Haas up front. Where's the Haas?
Well, Haas has done okay too. I want Alex to get on the podium with it Williams. That's what
I hope that's a good hoping right there. Alex on a podium, for fuck's sake. He's so over it.
Yeah.
His voice these days is just like, oh, this is work. Same with Carlos. That whole team they've got to be praying to the multiple altars of Frank Williams they have in every single room in that HQ every day. Yeah, I could just see James Vowles. He starts his day off like, Frank, can you please fucking help us, please? Because you go in even in their motorhome, there's pictures of Frank everywhere.
Yeah, I guess
Vowles is just like,
I don't think he prays. He's too much into numbers. I don't think.
I say we pray.
Okay.
My hopings are going to be a lot shorter than yours.
Whatever.
Wait, because I didn't do enough research. This week I was researching a comparative study of existential and humanistic psychotherapies. And it took all of my time. Plus, I was mackerel fishing in the Atlantic, plus moving a house. So
mackerel fishing.
We went mackerel fishing in PEI. It was so much fun.
Is it with a net or a hook?
With rods.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll send you pics. As usual, Hart caught all the fish. Ever since he was little, he's always caught all the fish.
It's vibrations, man.
It is. And I asked our guide, Greg, do people have fish luck? And he says, oh, yeah. Yeah, there's just some people who catch fish and some who don't. Isn't that weird?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And maybe that's true for like everything. Like some people
are
like
Hey, I want to give Carlos some car luck. That's my gift to you, Carlos. Some car luck. And every week I'm going to bestow car luck on somebody. Nico got some car luck.
Oh yeah, he's. I mean, yes, and I mean definitely with the fact though that he held off Ferrari, Lewis Hamilton in Silverstone was outstanding, and those last 10 laps were so exciting to watch.
Well, I'm gonna go watch him. That's my gift to you. My prediction is it's not going to be this exciting for a while. Like with this Horner thing, we get all riled up and we're like, something else is going to happen now. And it's just going to wane for a while. It's good at David Wayne's for a while, and there's not going to be very much going on, and the airwaves will be filled with more baseless speculation. And then, can I move on to my apologies now?
Oh, I never did one. Go ahead.
I'd like to apologize to Christian Horner and your family. The entire Red Bull organization, Flavio for always calling you a pirate and a degenerate. Anyone else? I'd like to apologize to Max. I think you got under-penalized for 10 seconds for ramming your car into George Russell's car. And yet somehow you set the tone and now everybody gets the same penalty. They're over-penalized, but you're under-penalized. I'd like to apologize to the commentators that I've judged. The way you get so excited and start calling Max Verstappen a really decent human being. What else? I think that's it. Maybe I should apologize to you.
No, don't need it.
No. I'm sorry, Milky, for something in the past, something in the future. I mean, something bad is going to happen. I'm going to say something horrible.
Yeah, well, you definitely will.
I called somebody a cunt on this podcast today, so I want to apologize to them.
Yeah.
I can't remember who it was.
I think that's fair, JB. I'm glad, you have more apologies than predictions or anything else to say.
Feels so good.
It's amazing. I'm not even sure if I have an apology. I feel really comfortable with everything that's transpired. I mean, this is what I will apologize about. I will apologize that no matter what happens in this podcast, somehow Max has to come up. That's our challenge for the next podcast. If we could
Not to
somehow
talk
not to
about
talk about
Max.
Max.
Max free.
Yeah.
Max free maxi pads.
I mean, it's probably going to be impossible. He's either going to win the race or drive into somebody. So
Yeah, we can't even call the podcast Max free because then we'll be talking about Max.
exactly.
Do you want to apologize to your wife?
No.
Oh, all
What?
right.
Should I?
I don't know.
Yeah, I will.
Probably.
I apologize
Okay.
to my wife.
For what?
Probably still not having my office organized, so I still work in the living room.
What are you sitting on right now?
Chair.
Oh, you've got a chair and
Yeah.
a table.
A chair, and I got this thing. I got a what are they called? I got a mano percussion. It's like a. Can you hear that?
Oh, what's that for? Is that a drum?
Sitting on playing drums.
Oh, I've got my laptop on top of a pasta machine in its box. And I'm at my kitchen table. And I got my new mic.
I love that mic.
Sounds so good. Is that the one you have?
Yours is way better. Yours is new. That's
Well, it
better than
was-
mine. Mine's probably 6 years old.
It's such an improvement.
Well, that's great. JB, hey, question.
Yeah.
When are you coming out here?
August 5th,
Till when?
21.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, your date's for Toronto.
Yeah, and we're going August 18 to 28. So we'll be in Toronto when you're back in Toronto.
Okay, great.
So we need to see each other, obviously, as best we can. And
How long are you in Port Colborne for?
I think it's going to be about 4 nights, 5 nights.
Right off the bat?
Yeah, 18. We go straight there, and then I'm trying to do some stand up at the Comedy Bar.
So you'll be in town on the 23rd till the.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, perfect. Well, Hardy goes to running camp around there, but I'll be on
Running
break.
camp.
I'll be on break. So
Is he going somewhere and he goes away for like a week and runs?
Yeah,
Like he stays in a tent somewhere and gets up and then goes
No.
running?
in a cabin.
Running camp.
Yeah, he's nuts. He ran this morning. He runs all the time. He ran in PEI. Yeah, and then he'll get out of the shower and he'll come in wherever I am and he'll be like, "Oh, so sore," and just start admiring his six pack. I'm like, "Take that out of here." What, Dad? He's so lean.
I can't believe he runs at a camp.
Yeah, I know. But Henry and I will be here. Henry's got to find a job. So we'll be here. I'll be on break. I just want to produce a play. That's what I'm going to do in August. I want to do a play. So let's hang. Let's go to
Idiot. No one's going to go
I
see
know.
him play.
No one's going to see.
Why don't you work on stand-up, JB? You're so funny.
I don't like it. I did it for 13 years.
Just
I've done my
do
due
it.
diligence.
How do you make it more pleasurable?
Be younger?
Okay.
If I could turn back time.
Well, on that note,
We'll see you next time on the F1 Chat Pod, the world's greatest F1 podcast. I'm ending it.
yeah.
Bye-bye.